Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is December the 9th, 2020. You are at a location to where we trade different. We focus in on the trap. That is where the news is being generated. It is not being generated in mass media. It is not being generated on fundamental analysis. It is not being generated with indicators. You follow the trap. For us, we get in a position right before the trap moves the market so we can capitalize on his price movements. So if you guys appreciate that, if this is your first time watching the video, make sure you hit the like button, you share the video, and subscribe. Also, that bell notification, make sure you push it because you want to make sure that you become notified whenever we upload our content to this medium. We want to make sure that you all stay updated on the market moves that we are covering. Plain and simple. So today's video, we are going to talk on DraftKings and see whether or not this market is still anticipated to see higher price. You guys can tell it's been a while since we did our last video on DraftKings, which was on October the 22nd, 2020. We played some weakness in that market in DraftKings on that particular day. And this is how the trap has performed on that forecast. You guys can see it. Being fully transparent, we anticipated the market weakness to come through in DraftKings, and it did. As a matter of fact, we got that ultimate TP out into the market on the 27th of October, 5 days into our forecast of about 8.6%. We bagged that out, took that from the trap and put it right back into our account. 8.6%. Now, the market ultimately moved back down towards $35.50, 60 cents for about 15.2% profitability. Simple, right? So now that is over, it is completed, and it is done with. So now we need to see what has occurred, what traps he has laid down for us since that particular time in October, so we can get in position once again. Okay. So here we are. I want to zoom out. I want to ask you all this question. What trend is the market for DraftKings currently in? We've already identified, we've been tracking the market in DraftKings following this ascending line. And one of the best things that we're seeing so far in DraftKings is how this market is very eager to maintain that price above that ascending line. There was a very small spat to where the market came down and traded below that ascending line, but it quickly came right back up above it. So generally, the market sentiment in DraftKings is one of strength and not that much weakness. Let's look at this market in DraftKings on a 3-day time frame. So again, you can see here that we're still showing some signs that the trap wants to continue to increase the value of DraftKings. It's just plain and simple. We're not seeing a lot of weakness coming into the market, but it did play out. Weakness did come into the market on these three. Let me show you. On these three-day price bars, weakness did come through. But you know what? The trap came and bought it. That lets us know that he is still trying to push the value of DraftKings higher. So when you look at this market on the 3-day time frame, you do see some areas of restriction that we need to identify. And the first one is right here around $53. $53.10. This is where the near-term area of restriction lies. Next one is around 55, period. Okay, so $53 and $55 are the areas of contention between buyers and sellers, and he's going to try to push the market up to those particular price levels to see how much sellers are actually in the market. 5-day time frame looks pretty good so far. You know, we've seen plenty of 5-day price bars to where DraftKings is trying to go higher in price. Simple. Now I want to see the market on a weekly time frame since it's been a while since we covered this particular stock. You guys can see on the weekly time frame that the market definitely wants to continue to go higher in price. I like the fact that the trap came and maintained support around $47.50. Very good. And even over the last couple of weekly price bars, the market continues to inch higher. It continues to reflect and show us that it wants to go higher in price. monthly time frame, very, very positive month in November right here. Very positive to see that. You know, for us to go through the market in DraftKings in the month of October and see this very massive spread from it trading at all-time highs and then coming back down to $35 was substantial. I mean, that was massive. And then on top of that, the month of November, we came right back to almost where the market opened for the month of October. What does that mean? It simply means that the trap did not get affected by the weakness that came through in October. It had no effect on him. So that is a very positive thing to see on the monthly time frame. So the expectation for us on this particular video is going to be the market in DraftKings to continue to go higher in price. Now, I've already told you that $53 and $55 are the areas of restriction, simply saying that's the area to where sellers are at. That's it. Okay. So TP obviously would be around $53, which is about 4.3% profitability market movement in this space, but I could definitely see him trying to top out around $55 as well. Okay, so this is going to be our forecast into the market for DraftKings. We're looking for him to continue to pursue higher price, depending on whether or not the sellers around $52.50, $53, or even $55. If that's not a big problem for him, we will try to attempt all-time highs in the long term, period. So we're going to be focused in on those price levels to see how much sellers appear and if it's going to have any major effect on him trying to continue to move this market higher. But either way, we're going to forecast the market move higher. For DraftKings, $53 is going to be our TP price, ultimately $55. Now, what do you see? What is your expectations? Will we see this market in DraftKings go higher? What is your TP price? TP simply means take profit. Where is your price level? You're not supposed to be in the market forever. You're supposed to get in at a low price, sell at a high price, and you walk out. And you're done. On to the next opportunity. So where is your exit? Tell us. Make sure you maintain a profitability and trade different.